Croatia uses blue fire hydrants. In Southeast Asia, Thailand, and especially the Philippines like to use concrete roads. Outside of this region, you may also find them in Ecuador is one of the few countries that likes to use double-decker guardrails. Portuguese poles are special because they're both ladder and holy, unlike Brazil and Nigeria for example, which would both be just laddered. The state of British Columbia uses green backs of the signs. Botswana uses these unique yellow and black striped signposts. There's a region in Sweden called Dalarna, which is quite famous because of its high usage of red roads. Taxis are very common in Mexico City, and they will usually be pink at the top and white at the bottom. The United Kingdom and Ireland use poles with small metal rods sticking out, and personally at least, they feel more common in Ireland. The Argentinian region of Cordoba uses these unique kilometer markers, and for comparison, this is what the rest of the country uses. Italian and Albanian license plates are very similar, having a blue strip on both sides. However, as you can see here, Italy has got a much shorter front plate, while Albania's front plate is identical. But do note though that in many rounds, you'll see this older Albanian plate, but this may change once it receives Gen 4 coverage. San Marino uses a yellow arrow on red background chevrons, which are unique to this country. The state of California has got golden rings around their poles, not to be confused with Hawaii's big yellow sticker. Because of how sparse the state of Wyoming is, remembering its bollard is pretty useful. Keep in mind though there are multiple designs. As of December 2024, the only countries with low cam are Switzerland, Japan, Liechtenstein, and Gen 4 Sri Lanka. If you don't know what low cam means, it simply means the coverage was taken at a lower level. Spill coverage in Geoguessr refers to coverage in a country that shouldn't normally have any. For example, this location is in Tanzania, which normally is not supposed to have any coverage, but it does thanks to spill from a Kenyan Google car. Denmark has these unique signs. They're either red or blue, have got this curved pipe surrounding them, and they're very low to the ground. Argentina uses red on white chevrons, unlike the rest of South America that use black on yellow, with the exception of Brazil. The US states that use solid yellow license plates are New York, New Jersey, New Mexico, and Alaska. It's not uncommon to find Cyrillic in Eastern Estonia, and from what I can tell, it seems to be quite a bit rarer to find in the other Baltic countries. The Spanish area of Extremadura has got a unique bollard. It's simply the Spanish one, but with a green strip at the top. The United Arab Emirates have got a lot of unique trackers, but one of the few I recommend just being aware of is this racetrack just outside of Abu Dhabi. The Indian regions of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh use section poles, similar to the likes of Brazil and Nigeria. In my opinion, to this day, one thing that beginners sometimes struggle with is differentiating Korean, Mandarin, and Japanese. And today I wanted to highlight how Korean is by far the easiest one to differentiate because they're the only one which uses circles. There's a French island called Belle-Île-en-Mer, which just means very nice island in the sea, and it's very recognisable with its grayscale-esque Gen 2 coverage. The Malaysian city of Johor uses yellow street signs, also useful if you're in a Malaysia-Singapore 50-50. The northern half of Serbia is significantly flatter than the southern half. If you see sugarcane in Australia, you are almost guaranteed to be in Queensland. And if you would like to see a video with only Australia tips, watch this. There are many countries that are technically part of Geoguessr, but you'll almost never see them because they aren't covered by a regular Google car. And some of these countries include Nepal, Iraq, Mali, Pakistan, China, Afghanistan, Belarus, Lebanon, Egypt, Tanzania, Vanuatu, Madagascar, and Costa Rica. Here is a map of corn production in the US. As you can clearly see, the Midwestern area is by far the biggest region for it, and to the west of it, you'll basically see none. Several times now, I've seen many people ask, which map should I play to do this? And I think the best solution is to go on the Plonk It website and click on map directory. And from there, you should pretty much find everything that you would need. I'm not entirely sure how to describe this, but if you see big concrete water bridges, you are probably in Florida with all of their lakes, especially if you don't see any front plates. Believe it or not, Colombia actually does have Gen 2 coverage. However, it's all Trekker and is only found in the city of Armenia, which is over here, and in this one specific park. Every Russian subdivision has got official coverage, except for this one in the far northeast. And for those wondering, to make all of these maps, I think MapChart is the best one. In the Netherlands, you'll very rarely see this unique Google car, and to my knowledge, this is the only European vehicle that is unique to an entire country. And that is gonna be it for today. Thank you to Ground Jordan and GeoMalon for being the first channel members, and to everyone else watching as well. See you soon. Hello, this is me 6 months later after making the outro, which was made 4 months later after I recorded the first clip. But anyway, I just want to say I think I finally, after all this time, learnt how I want to go going forward, and I think the best solution would be to just make content that people will remember. So that obviously means being very infrequent with uploads, but I'm sure that makes sense, because that's definitely been my biggest mistake so far this year. I just haven't really done anything, I guess, memorable enough. Anyway, yeah, see you fairly soon, I think.